Hello, Donald Trevor again, welcome to another video. This time, of course, it's another Doctor Who video, which I did say in the previous video that I would be giving another video. And of course, this time it's going to be about, as I said in the previous video, who I'd like to see as the next companion after Clara. Now, my previous video I did was thoughts and opinions about Jenna Coleman leaving Doctor Who. Because for a while, there's always been a lot of rumours and little snippets of Jenna Coleman leaving. And as we got an article this year, February this year, it was actually truth. It was actually real that Jenna Coleman was originally supposed to have left in the Christmas special, but she didn't, so she continued Series 9. And then last week we got the news that she had left. Now, it's always interesting to wonder who he'd like to see as the next companion. I know a lot of people do this on their YouTube channels when it comes to Doctor Who, but I've never done it before, and I thought, well, I'll do it this time. So it depends on who I'd like to see as a companion. Now, there's all sorts of characters that have been in the past in Doctor Who that could really be good on screen as a companion. Either from a classic series or even from a new series, or even in like the in-between that's part of continuity. And I've got a few suggestions. I think I'd like to see a male companion for once, because we have not seen a male companion in there for over 3 years since Rory. It's almost a year, which tomorrow technically will be 3 years since Amy's and Rory's last appearance on Doctor Who, which has gone quick. September 29th, 2012. It's gone quick, hasn't it? One suggestion I'd love to see is Perkins, who was in Series 8, played by Frank Skinner. Now, in the episode he was in the Mummy on the Orient Express, he had a bit of a side companion feeling when it came to him. And I always wanted to see a character like this. I think that someone like this would be really, really good. And I really, really wanted him with a companion to travel with the Doctor and Clara. But he ended up declining the offer, which really, really annoyed me. Annoyed a lot of people as well. I was like, no! I'm thinking you'd be a good companion, because there have been characters in the past of Doctor Who that have just been like one-offs. And it really makes you think, why is that person not being invited to be a companion? Or why doesn't that person want to be? Why doesn't he or she want to do that? And it also made me think, I think Perkins would really, really fit well with the Doctor. I think in that episode he was in, he did really, really fit well, and it felt that he was the companion, whilst Clara was just like on the side one-off, doing her own thing and helping out others. And that's just the thing. And it's a shame that we'll never ever get to say that. If it does come back, which I'd love to see happen, then yes, do that. Another one is, and it's a bit of an interesting, a bit of an anomaly, because a lot of people say, really? Why? And that would actually be Adam Mitchell, who was in the first series of New Who, played by Bruno Langley. Now, the origin of Adam Mitchell was not supposed to be a companion. For those that don't know, Russell T Davies actually wrote this character, Adam Mitchell, to show the viewers that not every single person can fit in to be a companion. And he was kicked off the TARDIS after 2 episodes. Well, yeah, technically 2 episodes, and that was it. So a lot of people do give him a lot of rubbish because of the fact, you're just like a one-off character that didn't really do much. I think if they actually made him a full-time companion, I'd love to see what they could do with him. But I don't think that'd ever happen, because I think he has been asked by certain people, and fans as well, are you ever going to come back? And I think he said no, obviously. So I think I'd love to see him come back, but, I don't think that would ever happen, which is a shame. I think one I'd love to see is for a non-human character, like an alien or something. because we've never actually seen this happen in New Who. We've had like one-off non-human characters join the Doctor, but not as a companion. Now this actually happened in the past, of course, obviously. It happened with the Eighth Doctor a lot of times in the audio adventures, the comic book series, and the novel series that they did years ago. And I think it really, really makes you think that would actually be interesting, because if you think about how Doctor Who was revived in 2005, we've had, a human companion in every single year, and usually it's always a female companion. And I think that it would make it interesting to see them go down on a different path instead. Go back on the path of classic Who, or the in-between Doctor Who, between the classic and the new series, like the Wilderness years as well. I'd love to see what they could do for that. But the reason I'd like to see more men as well, not trying to be sexist here, but the reason I'd like to see more men in Doctor Who is to see how they would match, especially the 12th Doctor, technically 14th, because of the fact the recent incarnation, played by Peter Capaldi, has not had a male companion. His only companion is Clara Oswald. And I'd like to see that sort of transition happen between the recent Doctor and a new male companion. Because when Samuel Anderson came in, there were all these stories and rumours saying, oh, well, he's going to be the new companion, the new male companion. And then they really just flipped him off. And I really felt sorry for him. I think I really felt sorry for Danny Pink in last year's series of Doctor Who, because of the fact he was technically underrated. He was technically an underrated character, and he's never used his full potential. And I think that half the time they don't get certain characters right. You always hear these stories and think, oh, that person would be a good companion, that person would be as well, and they don't. And I think that's why sometimes I do feel sorry for certain characters in Doctor Who. They're really, really good, but they just never used its full potential. And I think recently, as I said, with Series 9, we're in 2 episodes already. As I said before, I was not a huge fan of Clara. I think she wasn't really used that much in Series 8 and the second half of Series 7. But despite being 2 episodes in, even though it's one full story, I think she did a lot. And I think that's what will annoy me if they actually use Clara a lot, make her not just like the main character. If they make her, if Series 9, if Clara is actually made a great secondary character, it will annoy me because of the fact I will end up liking her, and then that's it, that's the thing. And I wish they actually did that in Series 8, because Series 8, to most people, did not feel like Doctor Who. It was always Clara Who, and I don't mean to say that, it's just what it is. It felt like Clara was like the main character, and the Doctor was like the secondary character, and I don't like Doctor Who like that. It's awful, but that's just what it was. But it depends on who you see. As I said, we don't know who's going to be the next companion. But I do hope to see someone good. I do hope to see more men in Doctor Who, because I think sometimes it does feel a bit that it is sexist, and I don't mean to use that, but it just is. It's that they're always having women in Doctor Who, and I think, well, what about the men? Because years ago it was always, Doctor Who's being sexist to women. Now it's the opposite way, and that's just what it is. But it will be interesting to see what we get for the next companion, hopefully for Series 10 and the series down the line as well. And just looking forward to seeing the rest of Series 9 as well. So, thank you for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep an eye out for the next episodes. And I will be doing something interesting for next month, since all you Sega fans, especially the British and the European, it is of course the British and the European Sega Dreamcast anniversary next month. So I'm looking forward to doing something like that, something special, and hope you keep an eye out on everything I do in the future from this now. So Thank you, and see you later. Bye.